What's up, screwdrivers? That's just to be funny. I'm going to put that at the start.
I bet that's
What's up, screwdrivers? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to do a draft recap. One of us did very, very well, and one of us did not so well at all. Same amount of points I had last year with 4. We can't talk about it any longer. Let's talk about Christian.
the winner.
Thank you.
He did excellent. So well. Couldn't have got close even if I was Colin Cowherd. I don't think he got close. How many points did you get?
I think it was 15.
15. Oh my goodness.
You even predicted the Rams to trade down out of the first. It was crazy.
That's right.
What a snipe.
Predicted the Giants trade up. It was just the wrong pick, and I predicted who they got. Yeah, that's
Sniper.
It was crazy. I got lucky. It was luck. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a masterpiece. And a masterpiece in itself. How many points did you get?
I don't know. I didn't count.
Yeah, I wasn't close. So
once Christian started racking up so many, I was like, "Yo, I think he's got it in the bag."
put this in the pocket. I ain't got to keep track.
I had no trades either.
Yeah, he took off. He had such a good mock draft, and we just have to applaud him. I got to move out of the way.
Bro's on the board.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, I think we can get right into this. Take off with we'll start with our teams, then we'll talk about some players that we like to see coming into next season. And do we want to talk about our teams first, or do we want to talk about Shedeur Sanders falling?
Yeah, that's crazy. That was wild.
The drop was cataclysmic, bro.
The elevator didn't stop. It went into the basement.
Just never went back up. That's crazy. It was awful. I don't know what happened. I've heard so many mixed things. Like he went into interviews and just didn't care. Didn't even try with a lot of teams that were outside of the top 3. And when you act like that, all these owners talk. So I mean, it's gonna get around. So I mean, nobody's gonna want to draft you when you act like that.
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head. From all the stuff I've read, is that his interviews were really, really bad, and this is just what I've read, is that he was very arrogant in the entire process. And I mean, when you act like, these teams don't take too kindly to that.
Thanks.
So
yeah, you got to have the on-field mentality. No matter how good skill level you are, they're going to have to be able to be a locker room guy, be able to accept the coach's discipline and not get, back talking. If Shedeur's going to be a locker room threat and be a asset to the team because he's got this hype around him, I think he just falls to the 4th round. But, I guess that's what he gets. You got to have a good mentality.
do you think he wins the starting job?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, he has the potential talent-wise, but I mean, how is he going to be a backup with all that publicity and everything going on with that? Yeah, I just feel like it's going to be a huge headache. I heard that the coaches and the GM didn't even want Shedeur. That the owner stepped in and was like, "We're drafting him."
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
That's never a good situation.
It's pretty rough. Do you think he would draft him just based off the hype around him? Like, he's such a hyped player. You think he drafted him just on that? Or do you think... How far do you think he would have fallen before somebody would have got him if they didn't take him?
I don't know who else would have got him. I mean, maybe the Steelers, but I mean, I hope they get Kirk, so...
Hey, Kirk O'Chains.
Thanks. Aaron Rodgers go to retire, so the Steelers can get Kirk.
The Steelers did just acquire some draft picks as of earlier of this recording, trading George Pickens. So
that's facts. That was crazy. I did not expect him to get traded.
But we could hope. We could hope. So maybe Aaron Rodgers won't go there now.
Maybe the Cowboys just they had a feeling that it was already going to happen, because I was surprised they didn't go wide receiver early to help out Dak. But apparently they was cooking something up the whole time.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought they would try to go with a running back early because, there's a couple good running backs on here. and they didn't go where I thought they'd go anyway. The Chargers sneaking up and taking somebody when they just signed Najee Harris, and they took Amari Hampton. That's crazy.
It was crazy.
But I think one of the winners of this draft was both of these teams. I think they cooked very, very well. And all the rounds, going all the way through it. I think both y'all had A's in the PFF draft, but that's still a great draft. So I think both y'all A+, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah. I think we got like a C. But Matthew Golden.
Hey, he's a stud. First
wide receiver drafted in the first round since 02? 02.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is rolling around in Hawashka or whatever it is because he's mad at the world. But I'm so excited. I don't know where he's going to play. He could just come in every time like everybody in their wide receiver room does right now. Or he could be our starting two with Dobbs or Watson. You know, there's just so many wide receivers right now. He could play in and out of everywhere. And it's going to be really excited to see all of them. And I love the old Texas man. And I'm excited to see him wear number 11.
Ooh.
Maybe be a replica of a smaller Julio. Definitely not as good. But he's going to be a very fast man. Julio's very fast. So hopefully there'll be shades of him. But that's what I'm hoping for. What is y'all's favorite picks so far?
I mean, for my team, I got to go T-Mac. Number 8 overall pick. I was very glad that we got T-Mac. I know like half of the world was thinking we were going to draft Jalen Walker, but to be honest, 8 was a little rich for me. If we were a little bit like middle of the pack or like later on in the first, kind of like your Falcons or your Green Bay Packers, like then I would have been comfortable with that. But I'm just glad we got T-Mac, best wide receiver off the board in my opinion.
Stud.
He is a stud.
Bryce loves his big body targets.
Stud.
I just think that, and also I think it complements our offense already like really well. Like Xavier Legette doesn't have to be the number 1 wide receiver because, in my opinion, I think Legette was still pretty raw. He only had like 1 year of good production in college. So like Legette doesn't have to be your number 1. He doesn't have to be your X. And we've got Jalen Coker already and Thielen. And we just got Hunter Renfrow. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, I didn't expect that one. But yeah, I like T-Mac a lot. He just complements our offense really well. And I think it's going to help Bryce Young take a really big leap in year 3.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I can pick just one. I loved every single player in our draft. I mean, we addressed our 2 biggest needs, which was edge rush and safety or secondary. So I mean, and I think we got 2 of the top 4 edge rushers in the draft, and I think we got 2 of the top 5 safeties in the draft, and Watson, Bowman. So I mean, I really think the Falcons nailed this draft. We got positions in need, and we got top players in the positions. So I mean, I see a lot of people were talking crap about the Falcons trading their next year's first for a first this year. I don't think we gave up too much. I mean, if we make the playoffs, it's going to be from 20 to 28 anyway, the draft pick next year. So it's basically like a second. Plus we got a third this year. So, I mean, we really didn't give up that much, and we got a huge position of need in edge rush, and which I think is the second best edge rusher in the draft, in James Pierce. I think the character concerns were misunderstood. All I heard was he got angry with the cop who pulled him over, which is crazy, especially with the talent he has. Like, before all that happened, he was rejected the number 1 player in the draft last year. So, I mean, I'm hyped with it. I think the Falcons nailed it. I think we should be a playoff team this year. And if we're not, it's a major disappointment and everyone should get fired.
Break it down. Take everybody out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we can start with the breakdown for the Falcons. I mean, they just took off. They did get the exact positions they need. James Pierce Jr. was supposed to be top pick, and he went to them 26th. Yeah, 26th, and he was a top draft pick projection last year. and the first round pick y'all had, Walker,
I love him.
was expected to go 8. So like that's what I'm saying. They took off early with their edge, and then got the safeties late. Billy Bowman and the other one,
Xavier Watts.
Watts is such a star.
Facts. I don't know how he fell to the 3rd round. I thought he was going to go in the 2nd round. I wanted the Falcons to pick him in the 2nd round before we traded it for James Pierce. But I think it was A+. Jalen Walker's that locker room dude we needed with Grady Jarrett leaving. That leader mentality. That dog mentality. Like, I'm so hyped for Jalen Walker and James Pierce. Like, it's crazy how hyped I am about it. I think they're going to have probably 15 to 20 sacks combined this year. I think they're going to go crazy.
I think it's pretty realistic. I also I actually liked y'all's trade up to get James Pierce. I mean, it was aggressive, but like, y'all have been trying to fill that hole at edge rush for how long?
The last 10 years. We're the last in sacks over the last 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, when it's at that point, like, doing a move like that it just makes sense.
Facts. I completely agree with you.
That was good.
Facts. And I think Xavier Watts is going to fill that second safety need that we have from Justin Simmons leaving. And I think Billy Bowman's going to be that nickel corner that we have, that slot corner, nickel corner, whatever you want to call it. And I think he's going to be great in that role. I think we got a bunch of dogs who are hungry that were overlooked for whatever reason. And I think Raw is a great coach who's going to lead them. I don't know about his football mechanics and all that X's and O's stuff, but I know he can lead men. Everybody loves him. I've never heard one player talk crap about him. So I think if he can get them all together and they can play as one team, I mean, I think we could do some damage next year. I mean, we were a good quarterback away from making the playoffs this year. We were in it until the last week of the season. So
absolutely, yeah, and that's the scary thing about it is that the last 2 weeks of the season, y'all looked hot.
Facts, we averaged like 28 points per game in the last 3 weeks with Michael Penix as our quarterback. Our defense looked like Swiss cheese though, but it's because our secondary was covering for 10 seconds because we had no pass rush. Like I think our leading sacker this year was like 6.5 sacks and Arnold Ebiketie. So I mean, like, we had just quarterbacks had all day. There was no pressure, but now we got a couple of guys with Caden Ellis. More at the end of the season, he was rushing like that Jalen Walker type of role where it's a rushing linebacker that's not that great in coverage, and he excels in the pass rush. Before he came to us and we stopped pass rushing and just played him in coverage for most of the time. He had like 10 sacks with the Saints before he came to us, so he can definitely pass rush. And I think with the addition of Jalen Walker, we're just going to be sending people from everywhere. So I think we should at least have 30, 40 sacks as a team this year.
That'd be awesome. That'd come up from what last year?
I think we had like 28, 30 last year.
Yeah, that definitely needs to be on the rise because the Falcons are just going to... They're contending with the Bucks and the Panthers, really, because we don't talk about...
Saints are horrible.
Who?
Trash bag.
Anyway.
Saints are garbanzo game.
They should be removed from the league.
I mean, yeah. I won't fault you there.
Who watches Saints games anymore?
No one. Because they have no fans. They're all trash bags.
This is 2025. Like, come on. Find a decent team. There's 3 on the screen right now.
Facts.
Just pick one. We'll talk about them. Anyway, I think the Falcons are very likely to be fighting for the number 1 spot in their division. So I think that with the addition of T-Mac to the Panthers, that's going to have a little division rivalry going on with London and T-Mac because they're both big dogs. I don't know if Baker will be able to take off like he did again. There's a possibility of it. Baker always has flashes of being hot every now and then. So I hope it's the Falcons and Panthers fighting for the first and second positions in the division, and hopefully both make a playoffs because I think I'll be fighting for a wild card. Somebody will be fighting for a wild card with me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we haven't talked much about your team besides Matthew Golden. Do you have any other sleeper picks you think are gonna help y'all out?
Maybe because The one that I like the most is weird because it's a wide receiver. We have thousands. But Savion Williams out of TCU was a dog. In every video that I've watched, all the highlights, all the scouting reports.
He's crazy.
He's so quick off of moves. He's shifty and he high points a ball. I love a receiver that can high point a football, and it's not just a catch and stride kind of receiver. And be able to be fast, shifty, and can jump and high point a ball. That makes him perfect for Jordan Love in the back of an end zone. He'll get a good, 2 catches a game, maybe starting week 14. Poor guy, but because he's gonna be like 7th on our roster.
I mean, but bro, he's like a Debo type role, so like maybe he can get some work that way.
Like a hybrid type dude, that'd be fire.
That's what I'm expecting. I'd love to see him in the backfield. Him and Jaden Reed getting into rounds, or even relieving Josh Jacobs, and we just send him on like a pitch or just an outside run, let his speed take over, and let him find a hole and take off. That'd be just perfect. I'd love to see some of that because Marshawn Lloyd, our backup running back, is a dog too. But I'd love to see Savion come in and take some snaps. I think he had the equal amount of touchdowns last season, 6-6 on receiving and rushing. So I'd love to see him in a Debo build like that.
Pretty nasty.
I don't know about no T-Mac nasty, but he'll be decent. Like I said, he'll get a couple reps first season, but I'm scared to see who we're gonna lose to keep Golden and Savion. I'm afraid we're gonna lose Malik Heath. And Bo Melton would be scary. I like Bo Melton, but we have too many dogs that I like right now that are young, so I can't be upset with all of them. So I hope Savion gets a good 6th wide receiver spot on our roster. Could be.
I know I'm probably the most pumped about T-Mac, but also I think us double dipping at edge in round 2 and 3 was just like the icing on the cake for me for this draft, because I mean that was our number 1 need. I mean, we didn't really need another wide receiver, but to get T-Mac at 8 and then double dip at edge with Nick Scorton, who a lot of people were projecting like a 1st round pick, we got him mid of the 2nd, and then we got Princely Mamielin from Ole Miss, who's like the speed. He's a speed rusher who's got like one of the nastiest spins in the class. He's just all out speed. And I watched an interview with him, and he was like, I was just able to beat people with speed. He was like, I never felt the need to convert speed to power. He was like, I was able to win with speed, so I just used it. I was like, oh, bro, that's crazy.
Sounds good.
Tap into that, please.
Hidden potential.
Yeah, he does seem fire. Yeah. I'm more worried about the Panthers than I am anybody else in the division this year. I think they took the biggest step up besides anybody else.
I'll take it, man. Your Falcons are. I think y'all are a lock for the playoffs, but that's just me. And the Bucks are. I don't know. I mean, they got a few good players.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all getting older. It's not like they have. I mean, the only young guy they have on their team is Bucky Irvin.
Yeah.
Baker's. He's been in the league for almost 8 years now.
It's been a while.
Yeah, he's like almost 31, maybe 30.
7 years, something like that. But I'm not really scared of the Bucks. I mean, if Kirk Cousins didn't stop being a good quarterback, we would have made the playoffs this year.
It was just the blank face after he did it. That's perfect.
Yeah, we would have made the playoffs against the Buccaneers anyway. So now that we got a competent quarterback in Michael Penix, I think that we should beat the Buccaneers. And at least, I think we should come in first this year in the division.
I mean, we almost beat them last year.
Facts.
So, I mean,
Kirk Cousins did turn into God against the Buccaneers, though. If you take away those 2 games, he had like 11 touchdowns the rest of the year. It was crazy.
Ooh. Yeah. We didn't have any in November.
Yeah, he went the whole month of November without throwing a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he threw 11 interceptions throughout that time. 5 in one game. Yeah, Young Waku sucked too. Let me not all blame it on Kirk Cousins. We would have won the Commanders game if Young Waku didn't miss a 48-yard field goal at the end of regulation because Michael Penix threw a crazy ball to Darnell Mooney, who got in field goal range, like a 48-yard field goal, and then Young Waku missed it and we went to overtime. So, Young Waku, Lenny Craig is coming for you, bro.
Come on. Where you at?
Stop missing field goals. It's not hard.
Where you at? Where you at?
It's hard, but you get paid millions to do it, and you've done it before, so just do it again.
Just kick it.
Just kick it.
Just do it.
It's crazy that Justin Tucker got released.
Yo, I was hoping we would touch up on that.
That's crazy.
Ooh. That is a hot topic.
I didn't think he was going to get released ever. I thought he was going to be with that team till he retired.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he gets picked up again with all the allegations going on?
I don't.
Yeah,
especially with how poorly he performed last year.
I don't.
But does he still become like a Ravens member of the Hall of Fame now that he has all these allegations against him at the end of his career and they have to release him? It's questionable, but he definitely deserves one. It was a very good kicker for a very long time. Automatic at PATs for 8 seasons probably. It was just about automatic at PATs, and it's sad to see a legend go like that, but it happens at some point, and I hope he retires because I don't want him to go to a team and start messing his name up more with missing kicks or whatever. But he deserves a good rest. He kicked a lot of good field goals. Has 2 rings, I think, under his belt. Not 2. He has 1.
Yeah, just 1.
1 ring.
The record for longest
field goal ever. It's crazy.
66 yards.
That's a long way. So, after the draft and all your undrafted free agent signings, what do you predict your record's going to be next year? Both of you guys.
I think we're going to be 7-10.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were going to be like 9-8.
I mean, I've been hopeful for many and many years, and they end up just crushing my dreams. So right now, I'm just going to predict a slight, incline. I'm going to say 7-10.
Okay. It's respectable. How about you?
I feel like that's a fair point too. 7-10 is not awful, especially coming up from Bryce. I would have to determine based off my division, because yikes.
Your division's scary.
Depends. There will be a team that sweeps us in our division. I just don't know who. One of them will. And I hope that J.J. McCarthy gets swept by us. We sweep the Bears and the Vikings. We'll probably get swept by the Lions. I don't know. I'd be okay with a good, 10-7 situation. A good, maybe 11-6 if Toyotathon is extended this year. If that's the case, we might even go 12-4. But not 12-4, whatever. But we'll have a good season. I think we'll get second. I think we'll be fighting for a wild card spot, probably with the Commanders or Eagles, whichever ones win that division, or even one of y'all. I don't know. It's tight. NFC is a very tight conference right now. And I don't know. We could lose a playoff spot. I feel like if we drop below 10 wins, that we'll lose the playoff positions. If that's for me and you both. Because I feel like it's stacked right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Falcons have the best chance because they can win their division. Even if they don't win their division, let's say the Bucs take over and get a hot whatever. I think they have the best chance out of us 3 to take a wild card spot next season.
I can see it.
Penix is very hot. I know Jordan Love is hot, but we don't have a Bijan Robinson. Wait a minute. Kinda. I wouldn't say we have Bijan Robinson. Anyway, I wouldn't blame it on that. We don't have a Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to cut this out. I lost my train of thought. I completely blanked after I brought y'all's team up again. Anyway, whatever it is. I am excited for next season, and I'm excited to see. I don't think I'll get to see a lot of our young players. I think a lot of our young players won't be starters necessarily because we didn't get any corners.
We also didn't get any corners, which is a huge need.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a tough race no matter what for all three of us, but I feel like your team has the best odds. But I think y'all might do better than us.
I hope we make the playoffs next year. If we don't, it's going to be a very sad day for me. We'll cry. Well, I will shed multiple tears. So
Multiples. Everywhere.
If we don't at least win 10 games next year, it's a failure of a season. We won 8 this year, and Kirk Cousins had a whole month and a half where he's lost us every game. So if we don't at least win 10 this year and at least contending for first in the division, it's a failure of a season. And I think the GM, head coach, everybody should be fired. Because this team is talented. This is the most talented team I think the Falcons have ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Even like compared to our 2016 team. I mean, obviously that team was better, but like talent-wise, I mean, we didn't have a Jesse Bates. We didn't have a Jalen Walker, James Pierce, edge rushers. We didn't have
Drake London, Bijan.
We had Julio, though, so that's what I wasn't going to say. But we did not have a Bijan, though. You're right. If we had Bijan, we would have won that Super Bowl because Dante Hightower wouldn't have got that.
Oh, yeah.
Because Bijan's a dog in blocking. Have you ever watched his videos of him blocking in the pocket? Watch one.
I feel like
he lays out.
He lays them out.
He
stops
lays them out when they try to rush. I love it. And if I'm telling you, Dante Hightower wouldn't have strip sacked Matt Ryan if we had Bijan.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Falcons have no excuses anymore. Holes are filled. So I mean, this is the season we find out if we're going to be good.
I'm really stoked for all three of our teams, really.
I think we're all in a great position.
I do agree. I do think, like I said, I think his team has the chance of getting hot and making a little playoff run. But I'd love to see both of our teams fighting for a spot up there. It'd be lovely not to get eliminated before week 15. I'm hoping not, but I'm hoping we can stay hot and we can make a playoff spot too. But it's all up in the air at this point. Depending on the Commanders and Eagles, both of them spots are locked up because they'll both be over 12 wins. It'll just be stiff. It'll be a stiff conference this season, but I'm excited.
Me too.
I would just like to say I'm not scared of the Commanders. Give them us on Sunday Night Football. We want our get back.
Yeah, I'll wear a Falcons jersey.
We're coming for you. You hear that, Jaden Daniels? Michael Penix almost beat you in a second game. Third game, actually. I'm sorry. No, it was second. I was right. It was second. I'm not scared of you. We're coming. And we're going to have a kicker that can make kicks this year. See you.
Mic drop.
I want to let the Commanders know I'm not scared.
Yeah, they're hostiles.
My bad. Sorry, I had to get dramatic.
Oh,
You're good.
All right.
If you fall over, you're drunk. I was going to say something bad, but the light's still on. Okay. We got anything else to say? Anybody else we was wanting to bring up?
I'm all good.
All good?
Oh, Kobe Bryant. I forgot about Kobe Bryant. I don't know how he went undrafted. Okay, very happy about him. Sorry.
I don't know why.
I just
we
wanted to
didn't
mention
draft
him.
You can say a little bit.
That was pretty much it. I just don't know how he went undrafted. I think he's going to make our roster 100%. Same with Nick Nash, both undrafted guys. I think they both should have been drafted. Sorry, I just wanted to give respect to those guys before we ended it. Thank you.
I didn't look at our undrafted report, so
Those are the only two guys I know from it.
I hope they do. I hope y'all get rid of Kevin King.
We already signed him. He's definitely on our team next year. Hey,
He scammed you.
he got a fumble recovery and a pick this year, so he didn't play bad for us. He really was. It was Richie Grant and D. Alford who were terrible in our secondary. Got torched. Kevin King, I mean, he didn't play very much, so it's not like we relied on him, but he came in packages, and he really wasn't that bad.
Congratulations. I'm glad you got some use out of him. He likes playing Mike Tyson with Mike Evans in the playoffs. So, especially when Tom Brady's throwing him the football. It's the worst. Anyway, anything else?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Thank you for coming back to another episode here at OverDrive Sports. And I think that's it for us.
All right.
Deuces.
Thank you, guys.